Dragonpool in Joltville. We are fighting against the advanced darkness. At this moment, I heard someone shouting loudly. Look under your feet. What's under your feet? Since Tower of Fantasy arrived at the Vera version, enter the chapter of darkness. Many people have been puzzled. This gray space entity thing. What does Asperia have to do with it? That would be a big mistake. Because Asperia also has a darkness day. The evidence is right under our feet. With the battle against Li Ming. The pattern at the foot also began to become clear. Do you feel like you've met before? That's right. It is the mysterious formation that once frequently appeared in the ancient ruins of Asperia. Although there is suspicion of material reuse. But there are really many functions of this array. The first function, it's the reward for the ruins. After clearing the ruins, it will automatically open and release rewards. And then it became the teleportation array. The second function, be able to emit laser light. Served as a base. The third function, it can also be used as wall decorations. Cough, no more eyeless. Although you feel this is outrageous. But one thing hasn't changed. This pattern only appears in ancient ruins. You should know that ancient ruins are remnants of ancient civilization. This shows that the ruins of Asperia and Domain 9 were built by the same civilization. The same origin of Asperia and Domain 9 has become very common. What about Vera? We haven't seen the ancient ruins since we arrived at Vera. But is this really the case? In the cave of Ronglua in the desert area. If you reach the depths of the cave, the existence of ancient relics will also be discovered. Tower of Fantasy has never left the domination of ancient civilization. That day, humans remembered the terrifying nature of ancient civilization again. In fact, ancient civilizations are also truly terrifying. Remember the description in the Cataclysm. Time retracement failed, and the raging turbulence of time and space distorted our world. Our cities, our civilization, disappeared entirely. The chaos of time and space is rampant. So where is this picture? That's right in the ancient ruins. Xiaofeng once said, the ancient ruins of Asperia are just a portal. Once we enter, we'll be transmitted to other areas of Asperia. These areas are where the ancient ruins are located. From the surrounding scenery, it can be seen that there used to be cities here as well. Bridges and residential areas. But now it's all torn apart by the turbulence of time and space. But the ancient ruins are unharmed. In fact, this is not the only pattern that can prove Asperia and Domain 9. And this pattern. We can see this huge egg in Domain 9. The pattern on its surface appeared in Asperia. This proves that the ruins to this day are all built by ancient civilizations. If the ruins of Domain 9 are to seal darkness, what is the purpose of the ruins of Asperia? Let's observe the ruins of Domain 9. If you don't enter the Black Jade space. In fact, it is not different from the ruins of Asperia. In Asperia, we haven't explored all the relics. Relics like this. Just add a Black Jade space behind the door. It is also possible that darkness is sealed there. After locating Comet Mara, darkness launched a large-scale attack. But only the state of Ignisville suffered the weakest damage. Focus on the exam here. We follow Mimi to clear the darkness outside. It has to be said that Domain Guard of Joltville is really conscientious. Darkness is just around the corner. Don't forget the heavy responsibility of guarding the bridge. It's a miracle that Domain 9 can still exist. Officially, to showcase the great vortex in the sky. Intentionally transferred us out of state. In fact, it was darkness to keep Mimi away from Dragonpool. The strategy of adjusting the dragon to leave the mountain is indeed feasible. We followed Mimi and just solved the abyss current. Dragonpool had an accident. Huge looting clouds cover the whole Joltville mansion. Look at this power. At least it must be the time when the cultivator passed the heist. If we don't continue with the task at this time, the cloud will always exist. You can also enjoy the Domain 9 permanent rainy day experience card. Does anyone really do this? Really, like me. Playing a joke is very happy this time. Let's continue. When you follow Mimi to Dragonpool, the door of Dragonpool has been abandoned. It looks like it was destroyed by brute force. Mimi is about to report, but she found out that communication was interrupted. What's going on? The comms failed at this juncture? Cut off communication system. This is not uncommon in Tower of Fantasy. There are currently two speculations. The first type is having an insider. Darkness's action is too coincidental. Just located at Mara. Darkness will invade. It also broke through Dragonpool. The timing is too accurate. And Mimi's distance is also. The punishment tasks issued were gradually carried out step by step. The possibility of having an insider is still high. The second is the influence of the confounding abyss. When being at Vera, when we first entered the confounding abyss, there has been a communication interruption issue before. The exit where the missing item is located is now opened. It's very likely that it's also being affected outside. Mimi led the way to rush into it. When we arrive, the passageway is full of various gray space entity. We can choose to kill all of them here. We can also directly run to the next task point. After we enter the steps, breaking Dragonstone start. We're locked up inside. We always feel like the ruins are targeting us. No matter which ruins we go to, there's a feeling of closing the door and letting the dog go. Is this the treatment of the protagonist? First happily performed a jump from a building. I didn't expect it to really not die. Here's a detail. As the protagonist moves, the fires on both sides will be ignited in sequence. The row is directly filled. But it still cannot prevent the fact that the sealed space has been opened. It's also here. We have once again seen the existence of Big Eyes. The scene before us is the same as Vera's confounding abyss. This is also why we speculate that they are related. So here comes the problem. Now known as Asperia, Vera. There are darkness in Domain 9. What about other lost time and space? What is darkness doing there? In the fairy tale under the branch line Dragonpool, we know that the time of darkness was 2624 AD. The recorded time of Domain 9 is 2665 A.D. Vera recorded the time in 2699 AD, my cause. These times illustrate a problem. Darkness appears in batches. So the order of unpacking the seals is likely to be in batches as well. The earliest unseal darkness to unseal the seal of the next time and space. And then step by step. So what time and space would be the earliest to unlock the seal? If there is darkness in other time and space, the probability is that the lockdown has been lifted. How do you feel like following this line? The Hive Mother is getting more and more terrible. Or is there something more powerful than the Hive Mother? If that's the case, the origin of the protagonist is even more worth pondering. It may be that other time and space are fighting against darkness. Follow the Executor who came to Asperia from darkness. So everything makes sense. The protagonist comes from another time and space. That's why it's said to be other branches of High Crows. She still has level 4 permissions. At the beginning of the plot, we are also tracking darkness. It's time to let the hound out of the cage. The target signal is lost and I can't locate it. Wait, it's getting further apart. Let's continue back to the plot. After entering the Black Jade space, Tower of Fantasy showcases seamless portal technology to us. Finally arrived inside the Big Eyes. Speaking to Big Eyes, there are also some traces in Asperia. These graffiti on the wall. They are more like totem worship. Do Asperia still have supporters of darkness? Although they also have big eyes. But compared with Vera's confounding abyss, the internal structure is completely different. When fighting Hela, we couldn't see how it was sealed. But Lai K is tied by a chain. So here comes the problem again. Later, we all know that Nanine is also here. We also know that Lai's power has been sealed by the Black Butterfly. Think about it in reverse. If Lai K is not sealed by Nanine, can easily break free from the chains. But it has been suppressed by Nanine until we arrive. And then he broke free in battle. Being suppressed again and able to fight against us. What is the purpose of Nanine? It's getting increasingly unclear. But we can still guess. From the earliest words of Rem, we learned that Hive Mother is imprisoned in a black stone relic and waiting for her descendants to rescue her. Now darkness aims to destroy Black Jade ruins everywhere. What's in the Black Jade ruins? It's the sealed senior darkness. What is the purpose of Hive Mother gathering advanced darkness? Hela has been defeated by us. Lai K was also defeated. It's obviously wrong to want them to rescue themselves. There are also two possibilities here. Each sealed Black Jade space is an array eye. All sealed Black Jade spaces need to be opened. Hive Mother can get out of trouble. Although Lai K is dead, Black Jade space has been opened. The second possibility is that what the Hive Mother needs is not darkness itself. It's the power of advanced darkness. Although Lai K is dead, the power was collected by Nanine. Although Hela was also defeated, Christomax is still in Rem's body. It is also possible to be collected. As for which possibility, it depends on the next action of Nanine. When fighting against Lai K, Lon came here unexpectedly, different from other states. The attack on Ignisville was the smallest. But this just made me feel a sense of discord. For this reason, Xiaofeng specially organized it. Information on Ignisville relics so far. It's really a bit complicated to find out. In the lead PV, we have already seen that Nanine attacked here. Including the main attack, it's already been 2 times. There are still some unclear seals on the outskirts of the ruins in Ignisville. So far, Xiaofeng has not been able to decipher it. Interested parties can take screenshots of themselves to take a look. Above Ignisville Black Jade ruins, there's also an energy cluster of unknown significance. There are also guards like giant divine soldiers around it. About the guards here, I wonder if the 3rd generation timestamp will refer to them. In addition to the above information, and there is the existence of the state itself. Remember where the timestamp technology of Domain 9 came from? Stone steel from the former site of Dark Temple ruins. This is the source of ancient civilization information. Now darkness is drawing our attention. Transfer to Kanzhou, Dizhou. So the problem with Ignisville is even greater. And it's not the first time that Tower of Fantasy has done such a thing. When we were in Ashawalin. When closing the last Omnium Energy Tower. But we learned that the heirs of Ida attacked all over the country. We were sent to Astra. It turns out that Astra has left a space-time machine. So the less attention is paid to Ignisville relics. Instead, it suggests that the Ignisville ruins may hide a huge secret. This also answers Mimi's question. Why is the darkness seal of Joltville the strongest? But the first to be liberated? Because it's attracting our attention. Of course, these are just based on the past plot direction. Derived from some map data. We still need official data support. After successfully solving Dragonpool's troubles, we return to Joltville Mansion. There is no map of Xingong yet. It's also said that Tianzhong Pavilion also has an inner ring area. How does this statement seem familiar? First, bring up the lower part of Meroria. The main line of Joltville has come to an end. Can the 3rd generation timestamp system be a giant divine weapon? I mentioned this possibility when I first arrived at Domain 9. And they also look like they can fight very well. Just wait for a moment. The updated plot of Joltville completed some previous settings, and also redirected the plot of the Tower of Fantasy to the top of it. Remember what Zeke said. I can't give them salvation or forgiveness, but I can give them hope. Tower of Fantasy is the hope of Domain 9. I just hope this time. Don't blow up the stove again. That's all for this issue. Follow Xiaofeng, taking you to experience a different tower.